Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Milk Podcast. It's your host, Moises, and today I'm joined by my good friend, Lindsay, or Rayne. Um, Thank you so much for being here. I wanted her on because she is makeup artist, and I don't know, like, is that the official term? I don't know, what would be the official term?
I would personally probably just say I'm a practicing makeup artist looking to go to cosmetology school, get my licensing.
And I absolutely love, like, I've never seen anybody do makeup like you do it. So I think you have like a really artistic flair, and I just kind of wanted to talk about how you got into it, what it is that you like about it, that sort of a thing. So thank you for being here, and without further ado, how old were you when you started like really taking like your makeup seriously and like doing it in more of an artistic way like you do now?
I started doing my makeup when I was like 12 years old, and then it was like pretty minimal, and then when I was 17 I got really into like the TikTok like makeup scene and got super into like doing my own makeup and like experimenting with everything that I could. I watched so many makeup tutorials and then just really got into it. And then like around age 19, I started getting like a lot more creative with it and added my own like flair to it. And now I'd say like at 21, I'm pretty like confident with my skills and I'm really happy with where I'm at.
Do you remember you said that you were kind of experimenting when you were 17 and just like messing around. Do you remember what were like some of the things that you were experimenting with? Were some of them a little weird?
The big thing for me was like I kept seeing girls with like really cool nose contour and like just like making like their noses like all tiny and skinny, and I was like, I want to learn how to do that because I used to be really insecure about my nose, but now it's all like part of the artistic like vision that I have when I like do my whole face. I feel like it like wouldn't look complete without doing something there. Experimenting with like eyeliner. I've always been doing my eyeliner, but like my eyeliner wings just like slowly got bigger and bigger. And then at 19 I experimented with like clown makeup for the first time, and then that was like I found my love for that. I love doing like as like weird and like wacky as I can get. It's just really fun. I love doing makeup. I just think it's like such a really cool thing for like individuality and to like paint yourself how you want to like express yourself to other people. It's a really cool form of self-expression, so I really love makeup.
You said that you got into like the clown kind of makeup. I remember that you said that you were doing stuff for I think it was Fear Factory, right? Did that influence that kind of transition period, or was that something else?
I started doing the clown makeup like when I was 19, and then earlier this year I applied for Fear Factory's makeup special effects internship program, and they had like tons of applicants. Only 15 of us actually made it into the program. It was pretty cutthroat. It was really, really cool. I learned like the art of special effects and how to use an airbrush, and that just like completely transformed everything. Like my clown makeup is how I was able to get into the program, honestly, like because you had to do like a trial. Mm-hmm. Where you did a model's makeup in front of them, and so I did my friend Joe's, and I did like a broken porcelain clown doll on her, and that got me in. So I very much accredit that plus my other makeup skills to getting into that, and that was such a cool experience.
The porcelain doll, dude, I think those are so scary, freaking porcelain dolls. So I would absolutely love to. Like, I wish I could have seen what that looked like, but. Knowing you, it was like really realistic and really cool. The airbrush, as I understand it, is like I'm kind of a dummy. Will you kind of explain what an airbrush is and what the difference is between like regular makeup and like the special effects kind of makeup?
Yeah, so an airbrush, they use them for like airbrushes are used for a lot of different things. I think it's really cool that they transitioned into like actual airbrush makeup. Because originally they were used for like really fine details on like D&D figurines or like car models. That's what I always saw them with being like growing up. The airbrush is like you get like liquid makeup and you like put it in the top, and then you just like it's literally just spray on makeup.
Oh, okay.
It's so cool, and like you can create like so many different like shadowing. It makes contouring super easy. Like adding shadows, adding fine lines. It's really, really cool. And then like normal makeup versus special effects is usually like, let me think of how to word this. I would like say like normal makeup is probably like your normal like foundation, eyebrows, eyeliner, contour, like almost like an everyday glam, but like I don't know. I don't think like makeup necessarily has genders either. But and then as far as like special effects, you're really like looking to create, at least the special effects that I was doing, we were doing like the haunt makeup. So you're really looking to like create a monster out of someone's face, which involves like highlighting certain parts of the face, adding the contours. Like you do like different like face shapes depending on like if you're creating like the victim in the haunt or like the attacker, like the bad guy. It's just like a way of like adding things that like aren't actually there. You're like basically creating a face. I don't think there's like too much of a difference. It's really just like the way you're applying it, the way you're doing it. But I'm not an expert, so don't quote me.
Well, you say you're not an expert, but we did a photo shoot the other day, like yesterday, I think. No, 2 days ago. Anyways, and that came out super crazy, and I absolutely loved those photos. So I might post some right here, like somewhere over here, but you're gonna be able to see some of the like stuff that she's made. I think it's really amazing. Who or what inspires your art?
What initially really inspired my makeup was like that early 2020, no, late 2020, when like all of like the e-kids, like the original like e-girls, e-boys, or whatever, the e-kids on like social media. I loved like the big eyeliner, the dramatic look, the like creative makeup. That was like probably my big inspo. And then some like I follow a lot of alternative creators on social media, like Oni Girl Nana. I really like her makeup. I think it's Creepy Cassie. I really like her too. Just like various alternative and like goth content creators, like seeing their makeup just really inspired me and like I wanted to be able to like look like them, like, and then I just kind of developed it into like my own look, and now I'm really happy with like how unique and like I feel like my makeup is like pretty unique and cool, so I'm a fan. If I wasn't, I probably wouldn't put it on my face every day for everyone to see. But
Hey, I'm a fan too.
thanks, dog. So yeah, I think like just seeing like early like e-kid makeup on TikTok was like my original inspiration, and then it just kind of took off like a combination of like alternative and goth and like punk styles. Like I think that was really like a lot of my inspiration.
Do you enjoy more doing makeup on yourself or on other people?
I think it's sometimes hard to like get motivated to do my own makeup. Like today I did not want to do my makeup, but I was invited to a podcast where I was talking about makeup, so I was like, I gotta flex. But the thing that I really love about doing makeup on other people is like getting to see their reaction to like finding themselves like beautiful or attractive, or just like seeing themselves like look really cool. I had a friend that was getting into drag makeup, and he had never like done it, so he asked me to like do his drag makeup, and we did his drag makeup, and then we like got him like all dressed up, and he was like looked at himself in the mirror and he was like, dude, I literally never knew I could look this hot. And it just, that right there was like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. Just being able to like let other people feel like they do on the inside. I think that's like, and the power of like the self-expression with it, I think it's just so amazing. So I think like, I wouldn't say I prefer one or the other, because I do really enjoy doing my own makeup and creating new looks, but doing them on other people like just really like builds to my drive.
When we did the photo shoot of the zombie, which is the one that I showed earlier in this video, you showed me like a picture because you sketched it out before you did it. What does your process when you make makeup usually look like? Was that something that you did out of the ordinary just because it was like a photo shoot, or is that something that you usually do?
Like sketching out makeup looks is like kind of a fairly new thing for me, because normally like when I do my makeup, I just like, I go into it with zero plan and I just like start doing it, and then just kind of like allowing the creative process to flow, just like I'd be doing a painting. But then like I got into like sketching makeup looks because I just like had a bunch of downtime. So I was just like drawing self portraits at first, and then like or makeup looks that I had done in the past, and then I started getting more creative with like drawing like other ones. Like I drew the zombie look. I drew that one like 2 months ago.
Oh shoot. Okay.
And like I wanted to put it on my face so bad. I just like didn't have a reason to do it. And then when you hit me up about a scary photo shoot, I was like, this might be the one. This might be the one. And then the photos came out amazing. Like huge shout out to the photographer here.
It was a team effort, but thank you. You did awesome too, obviously. When you think of your projects, like the makeup that you've done on yourself or the one that you've done for friends, does do you have like a favorite one or one that you really really like that comes to mind?
I think that is such a hard one. Because I don't take photos of like every look that I do, and I always end up regretting it after. That is so hard. I did a really cool graphic liner look. I want to say it was like 7 months back. I did like a really cool graphic liner look with like cyber sigillism and stuff, and that is like probably one of my favorite ones just because it was like the most like intricate eyeliner I've ever done.
Will you describe that for me a little bit? Somebody that isn't into like makeup or doesn't know that much.
Yeah, I don't really know how to explain. It's kind of just like, I wish I could just show you a picture. Yeah.
Did you take a picture?
I do. Have
Oh
photos.
shoot! Okay.
I do have photos, but it was really just like different like complex like lines, and like different shapes, like all like coming together to like form like one piece, and I did that on both sides of my face, and then I think another one of my favorite ones, honestly, probably the photo shoot we did last year for Halloween. I think that's just because like I loved how the whole look came together, and that was just a really cool like. I think I just always like whenever I put fake blood on my face. I don't know if that's like early serial killer signs or something, but
Probably. But hey, you can be a good serial killer. Dexter proved that. So
yeah, exactly. So I did really enjoy that one. I think like a lot of my clown looks are probably usually my favorite looks to do. It's just not practical for everyday life. So I don't usually do it every day, but sometimes I do, and then I just get like weird looks out in public.
Okay, this one's a bit deeper, but so when I think of makeup, I know, and this is just from like my perspective and some of the things I've heard. Sometimes people want to cover imperfections, right? And I think what you do is a little bit different because you're doing it as like a artistic rather than like as a covering up. Would you say that there's like a difference, and would you say that there's like a line that like, oh, like that's too much, or do you think that there's not really a line, you should just like go all out?
I know like I think that's like what makeup originally started as. It's like a way to cover imperfections, make women more beautiful, more like appealing, but like I think in the current year of 2025, I do not see makeup as like that at all. I know like a lot of times like sometimes like covering up a pimple with concealer, but I think like makeup is self-expression. It is your way of like expressing the way you feel on the inside that you do on the like feeling the way you feel on the inside, showing that on the outside. And if you don't feel like yourself because you've got a pimple on your face, I see like absolutely nothing wrong with like covering it up because like it's about self-confidence. It's about like feeling yourself. I think that's like what makeup is supposed to be and like what it should be. Is about like self-expression, feeling like yourself, creativity. I think like creativity, like I feel very strongly that makeup is art 100%. I see so many like creators and like especially like young kids who get into it and just like seeing the way that they treat makeup, like I just think it's so cool and can be so fun and so creative. Like I love creative colors. I love weird makeup. I love seeing girls like just make themselves look absolutely absurd, and guys like just all of it. It's so fun.
I also like seeing really cool and weird makeup. Yeah, that definitely like stood out to me when I met you. I was like, oh, this person has like really cool makeup, and then that was part of the reason why I hit you up for that one Halloween shoot like a year ago. By the way, that is my favorite one. I asked you for yours, and you kind of said it was that one, but that's my favorite one that I've seen you do. The one we did last year, but The one we did a couple days ago was also pretty freaking sick. What advice would you give your younger self, say like 12 years old?
Honestly, I would just tell my younger self, like, to not be afraid of being who you are, to not be afraid of, to not be afraid of who I am, and to not be afraid of the future. I would tell her to stay strong. I would tell her that she is worthy of validation and to keep pursuing like her dreams and her aspirations because I wish someone would have said that to me more as a kid instead of like just kind of like discovering it all on my own, which I'm very grateful for like where I'm at today and the process that like I have gotten to be the person I am today and the makeup artist that I am today and like how far I've gotten. Like I bet 12-year-old me would think I'm so fucking cool. Like and like really big shout out to my parents because they used to let me wear makeup at 12 even though it looked atrocious. Like I would go outside with like weird eyeliner and like I look back on pictures I'm like who let you leave the house like that? But I mean I'm grateful for it because I was allowed to express myself from a young age. Like my parents never pushed me to not to my parents never told me to not have self-expression. That was always something really important to them is that we felt like ourselves and that we felt like we were comfortable in our own skin. And so that's something I'm incredibly grateful for now as an adult, being able to go out with weird colored hair and weird makeup and cool outfits. Like I can't even imagine like 12-year-old me seeing now me. Like I think she would think I'm the shit.
You're the shit.
Thanks, dog. You too. So, yeah.
If somebody were to want to do something similar to what you do with art and makeup and art with like airbrushes, special effects, and that sort of a thing, and you know they're a little intimidated, but they want to go into that space, what would you tell that person?
I think like the biggest thing is like it doesn't happen overnight, and that's something I constantly hear. Like when I talk to my friends about makeup, they'll tell me, "I just wish I could be like as good as you," or like I wish I could like get there, but like talent is practice. Like talent is a skill that you practiced. And like when I started makeup, my makeup looked so bad. Like it did not happen overnight. It takes time, and if you're passionate about it, keep pursuing it. Just keep going. Don't listen to the haters. It's really easy to get clouded by the haters because sometimes the haters' voices like kind of overpower the supporters. But I think like the biggest thing is just like to keep pursuing your dreams and your aspirations and practice, practice, practice. Watch those tutorials.
Grind.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, what? Yeah, get on the grind set. Like, I learned everything I know from like TikTok and YouTube tutorials. There is hundreds. Gonna plug my own social media because I also post tutorials. It's Rayne Waters on TikTok. Rayne spelled with Rayne Waters. I post a few makeup tutorials on there. Mostly like eyeliner tutorials. I've done some base tutorials. I have like beginner friendly nose contour tutorials. So, and TikTok is something I only like started pursuing pretty recently. So, but yeah, I think like practicing and just watching tutorials, and not every tutorial is gonna like fit you right away. Don't be discouraged. Just keep finding like, just keep practicing. I think that's the biggest deal.
I'm gonna add those links in the description for anybody who wants to check out her page. I highly recommend it. She's got awesome stuff on there. Everything from like you said, tutorials to just like cool content and amazing makeup, and yeah, it's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Moises. Thank you. A legend right here.
No, a legend right here as well. And thank you for watching. To my audience, my friends, and you know anybody who watches, thank you for the support. Have a great day. God bless.